Hey, homecoming queen.
Hi, my name is Savannah. I am located in Wisconsin. I have a story I kind of wanted to vent about. I was kidnapped at the age of by an older white male his whole family is from this little town called Ripon. They treated me like a slave. The whole town did. He kept me in a room, like food under my door. I'm 23 now. I ended up having 2 kids with him at the age of I got out. My 2 kids. The court system, they had a hearing without me, with him being with a minor, and they fined him $500 and didn't even tell me that there was a hearing. They had that hearing when I was 17. I found out when I was 18, and I wrote the judge that ordered that. And I said, hey, I didn't tell my story. And he says, well, you were abandoned when you were a kid, and it was consensual, so we're not reopening it. Mind you, like I said, I got the 2 kids. I did a lot of good stuff in the community of Wisconsin, like in different communities. I did walk runs for recovery. I did real estate. I made a good name for myself. Did not get in trouble with the law. Mind you, they suspended my license before I can even get a license. The town of Ripon did, because they said it was truancy. But mind you, I got out of the situation. The court ordered him to have the kids every other weekend, pay child support. He owes me almost $30,000 in child support. It's not about the money, no. It's about, tells me he's being abused. He gives me full-on detail. He gave the police detail. He gave the doctor's detail. He gave CPS. CPS didn't even want to go to the guy's house, and they kept denying the request. I reported to CPS on like 6-7 times over the course of years, because he's had them for 2 years and he lives in a shack. I need your support. I'm sticking up for the minorities, the people that were kidnapped. They're being abused, and now he wants them 50-50 in the court. He knows everybody in the court system, and mind you, they are all family. This needs to go nationwide.
Before we move on to the story, I'd like to thank you guys so much for always subscribing, leaving comments and liking my videos. It's really much appreciated and helps pushes the stories out there. Savannah was only 15 years old when her mother abandoned her to be in a relationship with the man that she is still in a relationship today.
Savannah was 15, living in an apartment by herself, and the rent wasn't being paid. The Ripon Police Department showed up to do a checkup on her and the people in that apartment because, well, there was an eviction. The Ripon Police Department saw that Savannah was living there by herself with no parental guidance whatsoever, and yet they still did nothing about it. Before any of this happened, Daniel thought it was a great idea to get Savannah's social media account because he was the maintenance guy at Savannah's building, and he started grooming her months on end. And that's when Savannah started living with Daniel. But Savannah...
According to a part 2 video that Savannah did, Daniel was following her to school, always trying to communicate with her, waiting outside of her home, stalking her, and then one day he was able to talk her into moving to a small town called Ripon with his mother.
Once my mother left, Daniel insisted that I stay with his mother there in Ripon. I felt like he was genuinely trying to help the situation.
Allegedly, he always locked her in the room.
Locked in bedroom. He would put child locks on in the car when we go somewhere. I was never out of his sight unless my sister was there to rescue me. Tried to leave. He would physically harm me. Run away multiple times. A family member of his knew, but come get me. A mom, a sister, the police. Bring me back. When I say my sister, sometimes I would reach out to my sister somehow, some way, like a neighbor or whatever, and I would go to her home, and there he was. Like, he was follow me. He would
And he also had non-consensual with her. According to these other videos as well, Savannah tried to escape multiple times, but it seemed like people in this town that she was in knew that she was with him, and she would always somehow get taken back to his place.
Regular time, he would chase me with his vehicle. The police would show up. Yeah, nothing would be done.
Either by police or by force by Daniel. Again, this is all alleged. And she also ended up getting pregnant by Daniel.
Oh yeah, and the doctor, he didn't even report when Savannah came into the hospital at 16 years old, impregnated by a 25-year-old. Which he's supposed to do. Daniel kept her in this little white house. I'm sorry, let me show you the inside. Yeah, this is the inside. All throughout the house. And he kept their babies in the basement too. CPS called. Oh, they were. Numerous of times. In fact, there's many documents of them highlighting how the mistreatment and living conditions were horrible. But the judge Nuss dismissed it.
And there was also police reports made towards Daniel.
Let's take the police. When we would disagree about something like that, he would often me, and he did last night. He me in the face and by my hair and drove me around by my hair. He me into the bedroom and he kept me in the face and my head into the. Oh, but it gets worse. She admitted that she armed herself with a knife at one point after he had struck her to protect herself, but she had not actually done anything with the knife. Once in the basement, it was at this point Campbell admitted that he had thrown Durr's phone, Savannah's phone, and broken it. Yeah, this phone. At this point, Campbell did show me a few videos that he had on his phone. There appeared to be 5 or 6 that I could see. This is speaking as the cop. One of the videos shows that Savannah Durr is sitting on the couch with her children near her. She is holding a large frying pan in defense manner, and the person talking to the video, apparently Campbell, seems to be moving toward her as she is screaming. Campbell is narrating the video. Campbell acknowledges at one point from that video, it appeared that he was instigating the situation. On another video I saw Durr holding 2 kitchen out in front of her. She is standing in the kitchen in the corner up against the counter in defense. This is from the police. Campbell, Daniel.
So the police report proves that she was being abused by him. Does it prove that she was abused multiple times, etc.? No, but it does prove that a situation had happened.
Things this guy right here, all because of what Christian Menzel reported to the judge. This woman right here said, while the state could prove this case, I don't believe further criminal action is necessary, even though there was a 9-year age gap between Daniel at 25 and Savannah at 16 years old, which led to the judge dismissing the entire case.
As you guys know, there's a lot of holes in this story. There's not a proper timeline, and I have not seen any deep dives done on YouTube like I've done on my previous videos. In fact, this came out in 2022. Now, I'm not sure what's going on right now. I don't know if Daniel has full custody of the kids and she doesn't have any access to her kids, or if she's sharing 50-50 custody with her kids and she's trying to get her kids back. But apparently he was her kids.
Evidence. On top of that, Daniel has been accused for calling his children that he had with Savannah his little nigglets and his pets. As you can see in this court document right here, calls him his little niglet and his pet. But you want to know what Daniel's friends do? Yeah, you know this friend right here, Steven? You know the one Daniel is replying to? They dress up in blackface.
When she went on TikTok telling her story, a lot of people accused her of lying. This influencer, Eric, ended up flying to her town and basically getting a lot of information. Apparently there is a documentary. I have not seen it. I have typed in Google, tried to find this documentary. If you guys know where it is, let me know in the comment section below. Him and another influencer did a lot of research on this case. I will give you more information later on in this video where you can find him. But apparently Daniel has had a lot of cases dismissed.
Now in 2008, Daniel had grand theft auto charges, stealing a vehicle, somebody's car, and it was dismissed. Charges in trying to attempt to sell, it was dismissed. Domestic disputes, dismissed. With the minor, dismissed. Even when they saw the videos of him doing those horrible things to Savannah, which Daniel showed to the police, dismissed. In fact, every criminal charge that Daniel Campbell got has been dismissed. Now, I know exactly why every criminal charge that Daniel Campbell has ever gotten has been dismissed. In fact, we have disproven every individual involved in this case, from the district attorney to the babysitter to the judges to the police, even one individual that I haven't even name dropped yet. So I'm glad you watched my videos, because it's time that we get justice for Savannah Durr and every other girl that you have groomed and hurt physically and emotionally.
This whole situation sounds really creepy. It just makes me think, for some reason, Chainsaw Massacre, the tight-knit family that were a part of criminal activities, including the police. Now, the man went out of his way to get the documentation and all the evidence, and apparently made a documentary. His name is Eric Brian Strone. You can find him on Instagram. I only uploaded a video 5 days ago. This is how I heard about it. So I believe that he's still fighting for Savannah. It definitely makes me think about the Shanquella case, because she has not got justice yet. It definitely makes me think about Sakira, who went to Maryland and her friends basically betrayed her, which you can also check out here. See you guys in the next one.